Okay, this is where we left off last time. If I run the program, you can see the aliens are moving, they drop the bombs, nothing's colliding. The next thing I'm going to work on is doing these bases. Now, if you can remember back to the example we had it in class that I made, my base was kind of like this. So we've got a base here, but the base is actually made up of 12 separate little squares. The reason I made these separate squares is so that each one can change. Each one has its own properties. So on my one, when it drops and hits, it goes a lighter color, then it goes a darker color, and then it disappears. So each square's basically got 4 units of health. For this, we're going to be looking at two classes, the base.lua and the block.lua. Now we're going to start first with the block.lua. We can copy our code out from any of these others. So I'm just going to copy all of that, copy it, block.lua, paste that in, delete stuff that's not relevant. I'll leave the collision there. We won't need an enter frame because they're not doing anything, they're not moving. Most definitely won't have a touch thing there. Probably don't even need a start. Oh yeah, we will need to start. We'll need a start for the collision, which we haven't added in yet, so I'll remove that. Okay, now I'm going to do a search and replace for the Control F, replace ship with, what do we call this? Let's call it block. Replace all. Okay, so now we've got a new, so what are we going to do in the init? Alright, well, it's quite simple in this case. All that needs to be is a square. So here we're placing a block at the X and Y location, and it's going to be 30 by 30. That's the full color. If I highlight that, well, this doesn't do it. Full color there is a greenish color. And that's about it for this for now. Now, if we go back to the base, might as well copy all of this. Copy all of this. Go back to base. Delete the top part. Okay, we don't need to create anything there. I'll do a search and replace. This time I'm going to search for block, and I'll replace it with the word base. Okay, what do I need to do in the initialization here? Well, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to create a single base. So to do that, I need to require single block. Sorry, I'm going to require at the top here, require the block. Okay, and yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So down here, I need to draw a block. So I'll just work with one for now. So we're going to have to create the class, then constructor. Then we need to do something with that. So what do we want to do? We want to initialize it. And we're just going to put it at 100 by 100 for now. And we might as well put in a start there, because eventually we're going to want something to happen. So it's starting it. Save that. Now if we reload our page, nothing's happening. Why is that? Because we're not passing in, we're not loading this. So we need to go back to our storyboard. And create our base. So we go to story level 1. I can go anywhere, I'll just chuck it at the bottom. Okay, I need to require the base file. Alright, let's find the base file, and we're going to create a new base. And we're going to put it at, let's just say 180, 160. Oh, this should be the init. And actually, I should have made a new variable. Local bases equal base new, and then we're going to call bases init, and we'll call bases start. And I can tell you right now, I've already made a mistake, but we'll see what happens. You can see my bases there. However, at the moment we're passing over these variables here, and in our bases one, we're not doing anything with it, we're just passing 100, 100. So we should be passing over our X lock and our Y lock. So repeat that now. It's in a different location. So that will appear wherever these are. So I want to get them appearing roughly about there. So I'm going to guess that that's going to be about 800. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, X lock, X lock. Should be X lock, Y lock. So it's about the right place. Alright, now we need to work on creating multiple bases. So, or multiple blocks, I guess I should say. So we're going to need to put in some sort of for loop there. So this code is a bit messy too. I should have had. There should be a local there. I'll make an array, local, base. That'll do. Equals. Make it a table. Okay, and then we need to put it in a for loop. We're going to go for across. Bases. Base. And which one are we looking at? We're looking at +1. So that'll count the number of current objects in their table and then add 1 to it. So originally there's 0, so it'll be base 0 plus 1, so base 1. It's a new one, and from that point on, this will be base. We don't need +1 because the table value has already been created here. So here it is 1, and this will be the same. And I guess we need an end after that. That should be tabbed over. So if I save that and run that. Oh, they're all drawing at the same location. That is not going to help. We know they're 30, so I want a bit of a gap between them. So I'm going to go X lock plus I times 33. So my X lock, say my example, my X lock is 100. So the first one will be built at 100 plus 1 times 33. So the first one will be at 133. Next one will be at 2 times 33, which is 66. So 166. 3 times 33, which equals 199, and so forth. So if I save that, reload that, I've got 3 blocks. That's good. Now I really want to get it looping to do my base. So we'll do a simplified one here. So we'll do basically the same thing as that. So I will use J. Oh, let me guess, we've got an error. Expected end. Right. Didn't close the top for loop. Cool, we've got that there. So now we need to create 3 or 4 of these across the screen. That won't be done here. That'll be done back over in the block. Sorry, that'll be done over in the storyboard. So here we want to put it in some sort of an array. Alright, so I'll move that up above the full loop. Thinking about scope here. So bases is now a table. So bases hash bases +1. Others, we're creating a new entry again. Equals that. Does bases even have a start? What's going to start? I don't think bases need a start. So I'm just going to comment that out for now and delete it later. Bases hash bases. Why is that not looking right? That one's not looking right. And take that back one. Alright, where do we want to place it? So it'll be let's just take a random guess. I times let's see how that looks. Let's save that. Alright, so the distance between is pretty good, but we want to move them back over here. So I'm going to subtract something from them. Let's just take 160 off, random guess. Perfect. So there we are. Bases. As of yet, I haven't made the blocks I didn't make the blocks a physics body. So I guess I should do that now. Oops. Break it. Yep, they're colliding. That's alright. We're going to make it, so destroy it in the next video, I think.